Leo, it's Amanda here with your June 2019 RuneScope. This month, along with the runes, I will be using the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. Then, as always, after this video, be sure to join me for part 2 of your June reading over on my Vimeo channel. I will be interpreting one card from the Ascended Masters Oracle by Doreen Virtue to get additional wisdom and advice for you on how to handle the energies we may find in June. That link to my Vimeo channel is below. And if you do find my videos helpful, please do share them on social media with your friends and family. Pay it forward, as it were. A lot of people don't know, believe it or not, that you can get general readings each month, or even more often with some readers here on YouTube. So hopefully they'll be grateful for it. I know I will. So thanks in advance if you share. But let's jump into the month of June for Leos. Oh man, one jumped like on my arm. I hope it comes back. It will. They almost always do. Yeah. Woo. So as always, Leo, keep in mind these are general readings. So what that means is some of these messages will hopefully be for you, but there are going to be others that are for the other Leos watching. I got to give everybody their just desserts, right? They're tuning in here. I got to give everybody a message or two. So hopefully, you know, the idea is always that I will have some messages, or at least a few, that apply to everybody. You can always check out the video for your rising sign as well to get additional messages or clarity or information on what's going on for you in general in the month of June. If you would like something that's all about you, your specific circumstances, the specific people in your life, I can only do that in a private session, but just drop me a line at my email address and we can set that up. I do those on Skype. And after I get your email, I'll send you my availability. In general, though, during the month of June, in the present energy, so this is going to be for most of you end of May going into early to mid-June-ish. Others of you, this could be the energy around whenever you are watching. The Tower is talking about cataclysmic change. Some area of life is kind of out of control. That's the thing about the Tower. It's change, but it's normally external forces. You know, we're forced to change because something that wasn't built on a sound foundation is crumbling. Sometimes this can be a storm because we do have, and I hate to deliver that sort of news, but we are in North America in that phase here, Leo. So some of you could be experiencing with the property rune here storm damage, hail damage, flooding. You know, the weather, it's crazy right now. So, I mean, you know, stuff's happening. If you're in like hurricane area and you're told to evacuate, you know, this could be structural damage due to an earthquake or something of that nature. So if you're watching this on the May side and you're like, no storms have happened here yet, I would definitely check on my insurance and make sure my home's covered, your property's covered, because it is kind of like one of those things. Once it happens, if you don't have it, you're out of luck here. There's something that you'll have no choice but to fix, or yeah, that sort of energy. Now, it doesn't have to be caused by a storm. Again, general reading. Some of you, that may be the case. I'm talking to a lot of people here, though. Others of you, this could just be like, yeah, a flooded basement. One of those things that just happens and you're like, man. And unfortunately, the only thing you can do is have it fixed. It's just, you know, what choice do you have? Some of you may have some sort of legal recourse, though. If this is a home you recently purchased, or it's like they didn't tell us about this, you know, basement that floods. They said it was all up to code, or it was all reinforced, or they'd taken care of all that. Or again, because this is so much to do with foundation, it could be like they didn't tell us about the structural problems. And so you may be looking at legal recourse if this is like a property you've purchased and it's been inspected and didn't pass inspection, or there's something they were trying to hide about the house, especially structurally, or that could cause structural damage. Others of you, this could be upset and stuff going on just within the family, with older relatives, with a will, with an inheritance. Again, legalities, runes, karmic stuff is around, karmic relationships. upheaval around like who's getting an inheritance, will, probate, something like that. And, you know, that may be going on around you. You may not be directly involved, but, you know, it could be an older relative, your mom, or someone close to you. Could be your spouse. It could be going on in their family, and because you're close to them, you're being affected. So again, when the Tower shows up, I always tell people, because these are general readings, like for some people, you could be experiencing like the full-on intensity of this card, but for others of you, it could just be a minor annoyance, right? There's something breaks around the house, you got to take care of it. It may not be a big deal, but it's just one of those things that, yeah, it's an annoyance, but it may not be the full-on intensity of this card. So don't get too upset about it. Don't get too freaked out about it. Others of you still, again, it could be going on with your family or with your partner's family, with in-laws and things like that. Some family upheaval happening. Something else came through. This could be like a family member that like they have to evacuate due to weather, or their home was damaged, and now they're like, can we come stay with you, Leo? That could be, and you're like, oh gosh. It's up to you, but yeah, you may be kind of put in a tough position. That's not easy on anybody, right? But maybe it won't be that long. Again, I can only look at that in a personal reading and see how it's gonna, what your best course of action would be with that, or how it would turn out if they came to stay with you or whatnot. If it's you that, yeah, like I feel like you're like, no, we're not staying with we're going to the hotel, or we're gonna get money from the insurance to go stay somewhere else, you know, because I'm not staying with family. You're your in-laws. I'm not staying with the in-laws. The challenge during the month, at some point, we got the Hanged Man. So this is about a period of stasis. It is kind of like, it's just a waiting game. There's nothing we can do. And it does seem to be brought on for many of you by some sort of shocking or unexpected event. Again, it could be brought about, though, by a manipulative energy, somebody who's trying to manipulate the situation for their benefit. And really what I'm seeing, though, is like this is delayed. There's delay around this. All we can do is wait. It's going to be frustrating for you, though, because you're like, I want to get this taken care of. I want to move it forward. And maybe it is going back to whatever this Tower energy, however that's manifesting for you. You may be like, oh, I just want to hurry up and get this over with. I want to get this done. Some of you, this could be divorce energy. We do have Esau here, so it could be like, you know, if it's not your divorce, again, it could be going on in the family. People are, and it's causing upheaval within family relationships, you know? Because maybe some people are like taking one side, and the other people are like, I like the in-law better than my sister or my brother or whatever, you know? It could be that kind of energy. So, whether it's your divorce or separation or not, that could be what this energy is. And it's kind of like, just like, gotta wait for this to be over and done with so I can move forward with my life. Because it is coming up with as your challenge, though, if it's not you going through this, it does seem that it would be somebody close to you, again, dealing with a manipulative female energy. You know, you may be glad this person's getting away from this, but at the same time, because that is this person's energy, they are trying to either drag this out or cause delays or block this person you care about from being free and moving forward with their life in some way. The Hanged Man is also about seeing things from another person's perspective, or another perspective. But yeah, sometimes when he shows up, he can be saying, and again, as your challenge, it could be like, maybe I should try to put myself in this person's shoes and try to see things from their viewpoint. Empathy. I should try to empathize. Now, Leo, you are a fixed sign. Fixed signs tend to have more trouble doing that sometimes because you're fixed. You are fixed in your viewpoints. Things are more black and white for you. You just have very strong opinions. And fixed signs can sometimes be a little more judgmental than other people. I'm saying this as a fixed sign myself. Totally get you. But what comes through the more you like meditate and the more you work with people, the more people you have in your life, the more experience you have with different kinds of people, the easier it is to do this. But yeah, there's always going to be maybe that one person that you're like, ugh, I just can't stand this person. I think they're a nasty energy, but maybe I should try. If you just try, give it your best shot. Give it your best shot, Leo. I'm going to try to look at things from this person's perspective. Maybe they have a point. But yeah, wouldn't be coming up as your challenge if it was easy. But at the same time, if you do that, it may be able to help you kind of wait for these delays or this energy to pass so some decisions can be made, you know. Whenever the hangman comes up, this stasis or this period of inactivity or the delays, they're happening for a reason. So it really is just kind of do what you can do, but at the same time, realize that this is probably keeping you from wrecking a situation worse, or, you know, this feeling of inability is happening for a reason as well. So use the time to kind of think about things and look at them from a new perspective if you can. The help coming in is the Two of Wands. So there are options, opportunities. The Two of Wands actually can be a very passionate coupling, very passionate relationship. You got the Rune of Joy, new beginnings. A lot of sexual energy coming up with this. So if you're going through a divorce, Leo, I feel like you already have or could have at some point in June at least a new physical connection and somebody you enjoy spending time with. You know, this is, or this person you care about that's going through this divorce, they could have a new person in their life. Or you could even introduce them, Leo. Ooh, I just got like, you know, this person you want, like this relative or friend to get away from, you could be introducing them to someone new that they totally like are kind of go cray about. And it helps you because then you don't have to deal with their negative partner anymore because they're divorcing that person. All right. So you could have a role in this, Leo, but yeah, maybe that's coming up. It's like, yeah, I hear you helped this person you care about, but now, this person they're divorcing feels hurt, and yeah, maybe they weren't a good person, but that's still gotta hurt, right? So maybe that's why it's like, maybe think about, maybe put yourself in their shoes, especially if there's maybe some stuff going on in social media where you're kind of trying to post pictures of their new, you know, if you're trying to kind of twist the knife, so to speak, I would resist the impulse, Leo. It's not gonna do yourself any karmic favors there. Same thing if this is your soon-to-be ex. It's not gonna, you know. And also, it's kind of like whenever people do that, like right away, and they're obviously posting pictures to make their ex jealous or hurt their ex, I'm like, oh, welcome to, what do they call that? The rebound, right? Welcome to the rebound relationship. So you automatically, in doing that, kind of make it look like, oh, this isn't going to last very long to everybody else. They're saying that to themselves whenever they see it. So just enjoy it. Not saying that if you meet somebody that you're physically attracted to and enjoying spending time with, that you can't enjoy that. But yeah, I wouldn't make a big public show of it because, especially if you want it to last, because those things tend to not. They do tend to be transitional. Especially right after a serious relationship. This is a physical thing. It's going to help you though. It is going to help you. It does seem very cathartic in a physical way. Yeah, this has a lot to do with relationships. This looks like a relationship reading to me, honestly. And yeah, wonderful new beginnings. If you are single and looking, and again, this other stuff was going on within the family or with someone close to you, you could be meeting someone through a family member, maybe even your mother. As odd as that sounds. Yeah, if you're not going into June with this person already in your life, you could be meeting someone through a family member, maybe particularly mom or someone on mom's side of the family. And it could be at an occasion, like an event, a birthday celebration, or an anniversary, or a wedding, a baby shower, even though usually, like if you date men, usually men don't show up at that, but you never know anymore. People do things the way that they want now. So, and are not so beholden to those old traditions. So yeah, or maybe it's the neighbor, you're walking up and you see the neighbor or something. Yeah. So I would accept invitations to events during the month of June, especially family events, or if, somebody wants to set you up, give it a shot. What do you got to lose? It looks like somebody could get it right. At the very least, you're going to make a new friend, but I really think it's going to be more than that. Yeah, this could be fling energy with the Two of Wands, but it's somebody you're very excited about, at least in the moment, and they're excited about you, Leo. So, yeah, this could be a wonderful new beginning for joy coming into your life. Now, some of you, the way this is working is that you could be meeting this person in June and you're already married, and this is what is kind of setting off this Tower energy, right? It may be you that you're like, oh, I've met this person and they're really awesome and it really seems right and I'm really attracted to them, and I really am not feeling that for my partner anymore. So how do I... Now I feel stuck and like I can't be free and be with this person, and it's going to throw the house and the kids and everybody in chaos, and what do I do? So you do have to think about your partner. In that case, again, how would they want it to be handled? Like if I were them, how would I want it to be handled? If they were the one that had met somebody, how would I want them to do this for me? How would I want them to handle this? If they were breaking the news to me that they wanted to be with someone else, and then follow that. Because yeah, you've got the Rune of Secrets. So this could be a secret lover. Remember that song? Some of you will. Most of you will not. Just look it up. It was an 80s song. I think it was Ashford and Simpson. I don't know. It was coming to mind. So whenever songs come to mind, I throw them out there because lyrics can be very profound. And sometimes they play right into what I'm trying to say. They probably say it much better than I ever could. But yeah, love energy is on the table. If you don't have that right now, whether you're single or in a long-term marriage or relationship, it does seem like there's something coming to definitely shake some stuff up with the Tower and Haggles both here. What must be accepted is a Page of Cups. This is an offer of love messages. It could be an offer of marriage. It could be a proposal. It could be a marriage proposal again, but it could also be like let's move in together, or let's date exclusively, wherever you're at. Wherever this relationship is at. If you're single and this person shows up, it could just be, hey, let's go out, or hey, you could be seeing a lot of this person in the month of June, right? Maybe, every weekend you're making plans. You're a couple. You're coupling up, and some of you may have like a water sign child, or this person could have a water sign child, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. So you could be introducing this person to your child, or they could be introducing you to their child. And if there is a child involved, with weird here, it is kind of like, I feel like however they feel about you, if it's the other person's child, and vice versa, however your kid feels about them, holds a lot of weight. It holds a lot of importance. And because it's coming up in the upright, I think they are really, this is a softer energy. They're not judgmental. They're very kind of go with the flow. So they are, I think they are, whoever this kid is, they're either going to like you or, going to like the other person that you're bringing in. So yeah, but for others of you that feel like there are no kids involved, this is just, little love messages, maybe very romantic things you're saying to one another, or texting to one another, or posting to one another. Again, just kind of watch them making a show of it again, because we have the secret rune here, so it's going to be better if you're keeping it just between the two of you, maybe for a lot of reasons, right? Especially if you haven't kind of come out with it, if this is like a secret affair or something going on. This shows me though that there's the physical attraction too, and an emotional connection that's quickly popping up here. And it's a friendship too with Kana. So, you know, this could be for some of you, someone who was an old friend. Maybe you were friends in high school and it never turned romantic. Maybe you were with other people, or you've been friends as couples. And maybe this person is now single and you're like, ugh, you didn't mean to be attracted, but you know, could also be an old family friend. Again, friend of mom, friend of auntie, neighbor, something, but it's more of a friendship too. Your relationship is gonna have that vibe too, whereas, you know, yes, we're lovers, but there's also, we enjoy doing the same things. We have a lot in common. We enjoy the same TV shows, going to the same things. We're into the same stuff. Now, what's interesting to me is that this couple's reading is going on and the outcome is the Hermit. So, I think that's going back to this Hanged Man energy a little bit. The Hermit card is about kind of pulling your energy back or feeling alone on your own. There could be some significance to Virgo time, end of August, early September, or specifically September, since the Hermit card is the 9. Maybe that's when this divorce will be final. You will be free to be with this person, or they will be free. Perhaps they are the one that's not available right now, maybe, but they're going through a divorce or getting ready to end things. Just make sure if it's somebody who's saying they're going to leave somebody, you've got a deadline, and if they don't do it, that's the thing though. If that's the thing, there's always a possibility that you end up on your own, right? When there's 3 people involved. No matter what they say or promise, there's always a strong possibility that if you're the third party, you're going to end up on your own. So, I mean, accepting that as a real reality and a very probably more than likely possibility in that kind of a situation would be good. You would be kind of preparing yourself for the worst, I guess. Others of you, I think it's like that you just, you know, you feel alone whenever you're not with this person, right? And you may be alone. You may be single. I don't think all of you are in a relationship. But yeah, you just feel lonely or lonesome, kind of lost without them. It's like, oh, he's got his little flashlight. The thing is though, with the Hermit, is he is very experienced and wise, and it's because he's been through difficult situations like this. So throughout all of these cataclysmic tower moments and all of this Hanged Man energy where we can only just kind of sit there and wait and kind of look at things from different angles, all of those experiences that kind of force us into those positions bring us to this point where we are, you know, we're learning. And you get to the point where you're the wizened person that people are coming to for advice. And, you know, and maybe looking back at past experiences, if you've been in similar situations, or, you know people who have been, maybe you go to one of them and be like, hey, if you may go to an older relative or someone who's wise. Again, family, older people, those who have experienced a lot of things in their life, it seems like it would benefit you in June to go to them and talk to them. Like, what would they do, and what's their perspective? What would they do if they're in your shoes? So yeah, you may need some advice from somebody who's very wise. Others of you, I think you just need some time on your own, honestly. The Hermit is not a bad card. Being by ourselves is not a bad card. It is when we are by ourselves that we can kind of take everything we've been through and all the experiences and relationships and interactions we've had with other people and really kind of get to, like, what do we think about this? And what have we learned so far that will help us make the decision? So, I do think you'll need some time on your own to make some big decisions in June about how to handle certain situations, where things are going, where you want them to go, and how to get there. But that's what I see here for June, Leo. Like I said, join me over on Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle the Ascended Masters. I want to see what further guidance we can get, especially about this Tower and Hangman and sort of the shake up here and how best you can handle that. That link is below once again. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you back here next time.